Let's talk about air. So, air is a mixture of gases on the earth. A thick blanket of air surrounding the earth's surface is called atmosphere, and the moving air is called as wind. By these figures, you can have an idea that air helps in movement of these items. Till the 18th century, people thought that air was just one substance. It was just single substance. However, the experiments conducted by French scientist Lavoisier proved that air is a mixture of many gases and it is not a single substance. It is a mixture of different gases. And the major components of air were also known very soon. The air has different components that it is made up of different gases. It was called a mixture of gases. And these substances which are the components of air, these substances which made up air can now be individually identified after the efforts of the scientist. And these substances that made up air were oxygen, nitrogen, and remaining included the carbon dioxide, the noble gases, water vapors, dust particles, and traces of different other gases. So, till that 18th century, people were unaware of the fact that air is a mixture of gases, and they used to think that air was a single substance. Air was a single gas because air is not visible to us. We can just feel it. So, due to this, the people were unaware, but due to the efforts and experiments of French scientist Lavoisier, it was known that it is not a single substance but it is a composition of different substances. Then come the components. Let us talk about nitrogen and oxygen. Nitrogen, it forms 78% of the earth's surface or air, and oxygen it forms 21%. Nitrogen neither burns itself nor it supports the process of burning, and it is present in maximum amount in the atmosphere, that is 78%. And when we talk about oxygen, it is about 21% and it is produced during the process of photosynthesis by the green plants, and the amount of oxygen decreases with height or altitude. That is why when mountaineers they climb the high mountains, they need oxygen cylinders to breathe, because as we go high up in the mountains, oxygen level keeps on decreasing. Next is the carbon dioxide. Air contains 0.003% of carbon dioxide, and the plants and animals take in oxygen, but they give out carbon dioxide during the process of respiration. And during different processes like burning and due to pollution also, carbon dioxide is being produced. So in the atmosphere it is very less, but it is very important component of air. When we study a closed room, if there is some material burning, we feel suffocated. This is due to the release of carbon dioxide in the room. So carbon dioxide is produced during the burning, and it is also produced, as I told you, by the process of respiration in animals as well as by the plants and human beings. And it is also used by plants during the photosynthesis process to produce oxygen. Then comes the water vapor. The air contains water vapor. Varying amounts of water vapor depending on the weather of a place are found in the air. The sun heats the water in the oceans and seas, and this water evaporates and forms the water vapor in the air. So here is an image of wet clothes which dry due to the help of air, and the water that was present in these clothes that evaporated and it got converted into water vapors, and then it was mixed into the air in the vapor form. So the amount of water vapor present in air, it is called as the humidity. When it comes in contact with cool surface, the water vapor of the air, they condense, and the presence of water vapor, it is very very important in the air for the continuation of water cycle in the nature. So all are playing a great role. Next is the dust and smoke. Air contains dust, air also contains smoke. Now that we know the constituents of the air, we will learn about importance of survival of living beings on this planet, as all these components, they are playing an important role. Same is the case with dust particle. The amount of dust particle, it varies in air from time to time and from place to place. We breathe in air through our nostrils, and there is hair and mucus present in our nostril which prevent the entry of dust particle into our nose. That is why we should never breathe in the air through our mouth. We should always breathe through the nose, because dust particles and smoke, it is present in the atmosphere, and it may affect